All right, good morning, everybody. Eddie the Block here, the Relic Extractors. Um, it's about 6 o'clock, five after, somewhere around there. About a half an hour later than I planned on being getting here today. So, got all my stuff here ready behind me to walk in. 3 bottles of water, a Gatorade, and in case I need any more, got a case of them right there in the back of the truck. So I'll be able to stay well hydrated today. The sun almost looked like Jupiter this morning. The orangey pinkish color to it, and it's already humid and heavy, but it's only like 77 degrees, so I'm going to take advantage of it while it's not so hot, and we'll get at you when we start popping some bottles, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so I just got back here to the hole. um, with all that rain and everything, not too bad. um, that little pile of stuff down there, maybe about, just from my judgment up here, 8 inches of clean out. Um, my steps are gone right here. Let me zoom you back out. This is where we had steps carved in to get in and out. So the rain did wash that down into there mostly, and a little bit came out over here. But the walls are still straight up and down. My square pad is right there. It's not buried. It's dry up underneath. And, you know, we'll see how much of this I got to clean out, as I move along today. So I'm going to concentrate down in there, and we'll see what we get. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, as usual, before I get started, I like to take a walk around where other people uh, like to sneak in here. Now, I'm not talking about Gene or Tony, but so this is where those guys usually dig. So somebody, either one of them, Gene's not going to be here today, but Tony's on his way up, and it does not look like anyone has been here. Good thing for me. Um, yeah, you can see where the water just puddled up in here. Literally mud on the top right there. So no sign is a good sign. And so we pretty much picked through all this destruction here already, starting from way over there. And we're going to go back and get to it. Big old picnic beer just rolled. And we'll see you when the first bottle comes out. All right, guys, back to the hole. See you in a bit. Whew. Air is thick and wet this morning. And when I say wet, I'm not kidding. This right here is everything that I've been taking out so far. It is a slow go. That is sloppy, thick, heavy mud and ash. So I managed to clean out down to that 11-foot level or close to it. And you can see right there, because of all the rain we've had, holes filling up with water. So what I did was I took that 2-prong there and that fork that I had Gene cut down for me, and I just kind of started probing around in it, and I think I hit some glass at the bottom of this water here. So I'm going to delicately feel around with my hands. I'll take my my single prong scraper down there with me, and if it's a bottle and it's not broken, it's going to be like a blind pull, going on feel instead of sight, obviously, today. As far as that goes, I don't know how much longer I'm going to mess around with that, because every shovelful weighs about 30 pounds. So, with all the rain we have, it's probably going to take a while for that to drain off, especially since we're pretty much at the bottom right here. So right underneath that water and then that rust layer that's on the bottom, only about 6 inches below that is, virgin dirt where bottom of the swamp used to be. This whole dump used to be a swamp. Out front, there's a pond. They built a causeway across it, and they just kept dumping in here. So, yeah, I am sweating like mad. I am totally drenched already. So, I'm a little overweight and I'm getting up there in age. So I am going to slow down here for a minute. And then I'll get down in there. Tony should be here in a couple minutes. And this way I'm not here by myself in case something happens as well. So, yep, I'm going to take a break here for a minute. Drink another bottle of water. Pop open my Gatorade, mix it around a little bit. Spread those electrolytes out in my body. And I'll get back down there and feel around. I got a little tiny shelf carved out right there where the handle of the pitchfork is. So I'll bring my phone down with me and I'll lay it on, I guess, this little purple pad here. Knee pad that Chef Annie left here. So my phone doesn't get all clogged up. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. And as soon as I'm done with my little break here, we'll get back at it and see what's coming out. Stay tuned. Yeah, now you can see exactly how much water's laying in here. It's about 8 inches deep, maybe 10. At least I can tell you I can put the whole blade of the shovel in there, so it might be even a little bit deeper than that. Yeah, so I'm going to fish around in there with my hands real quick, nice and easy, so I don't cut myself in case there's broken glass in there. And if I feel something down in there, which I think I do, I will use the single prong here to try and extract it. So stay tuned, and hopefully something decent comes out of this today. Be back in a minute. Whew. All right. Got a couple little cuts. The water is ice cold. I pulled out a couple shards. It feels like it's a bulge neck whiskey. It's, like I said, it's half packed into the mud in the very bottom of the hole, and then the ash above it. I did use my single prong a little bit, but I have no choice. I gotta take this little bit of wall out and then go down, clean that out. So I'm gonna be busy here for a little bit. And I also felt a jug handle right towards the edge of the hole here and straight down when I was feeling around for that neck. So it's obviously not going to be a live pull, because I'm literally laying on my stomach with my feet against the back wall of the hole, reaching down in there at the moment. So I'm just going to get the shovel and I'm going to slowly heave the slop out from the bottom around the bottle, and hopefully I can do it without breaking something. As of right now, the jug and the bulge neck feel whole. They feel intact. So this is going to be tedious. This is probably the equivalent of feeling around a water-filled privy. I mean, the area is the same, height and depth. So I'm just going to go about it very carefully, methodically, but be diligent, and most of all, be safe when doing it. So stay tuned, and I'll definitely get it out before I leave today, and we'll get back at you. See you in a bit. Well, there's the bulge neck. Double collar, probably Buchanan's, 3-piece mold, 1880s. A lot of work for that bottle. So we'll get back at it in a minute. I got another cut there on my finger, on the other finger. And I have to feel around for that jug again. I kind of lost track of that jug handle that was down in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with down this deep in this water too much unless I feel a lot of glass. I mean, some broken stuff obviously is coming out, and that's how I've been cutting my fingers here. But wiping the sweat off my brow. So a lot of work for that one. All right, guys, we'll get back at you. Stay tuned. All right, guys, scraping this up out of the bottom of the water where my foot is. There's a crock lid buried underneath there. I don't know what happened, but I lost total bearings about that jug handle in here. I've been scraping around with this 2-prong here, and I don't know if it broke off or if it's just a piece in there somewhere. I'm just not locating it. This is a little crier right here, this Thatcher's jar, this sugar milk baking powder. It's cracked down to one side. That's a shame because these are $30 jars, $30. So that's a crier. McMonagle and Rogers and a slick right there, and a bunch of broken, busted glass. So I really can't feel down inside of there anymore. This is getting a little too steep off of this side. I'll be making a face plant into the water here if I try and lay down in a hole right now. I mean, look, I am a dirty, muddy, sweaty mess already. So I'm just gonna stay just above the water line here, see what comes out, and just leave this laying in the water. I guess it wouldn't be much to dig it back out on a cooler, drier day. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay just above this water line here and see what I can get, and work my way towards the back of the hole. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys, so basically I am just kind of pushing back as I'm going up, like between my legs here. I'm not going to show you that yet. We're going to get to that in a second. So basically from where I'm sitting, just taking the 2-prong and chopping off and then scraping it all forward here where we initially got down to 11 foot. I mean, eventually we're going to I have to clean this out so we can get up underneath this side. So I'm down up underneath there pretty good. It's just filled with water. So I was just scraping along and I seen the base of this big old boy sticking out here. Don't know what it is yet, other than I know it's a blob. It could be a Sweeney, could be an Isaac Kranz. Be nice if it was a hard to find Goshen one, but we'll see. Let's see. Is it even embossed? It is on this side. This bottle not to be sold. It is a big Isaac Kranz. Big Isaac Kranz blob. So that's the find of the day. Don't see any damage on it yet. Yeah. And again, so this is the different variant than the one I had on the auction last night. The one that I had on the auction last night had that longer champagne style neck. This is the that short neck variety I was telling you about. So on the board with a blob, but it is rough going down underneath there. I probably just flipped you right upside down, but I'll set that baby right there for now. Continue going up underneath here where I'm sitting a little bit at a time and just scraping it out towards the front of the hole. Until I run out of room to sit, anyway. Alright, guys. Catch you back on the next one. Well, guys, I was pulling out pieces and pieces of cobalt, and then this top just came out. So here's a crier. This was probably an Underwood's Master Ink. What a shame. There's the pour spout on the top, so that's a little upsetting. I didn't break it, at least, but yeah, as I was peeling back up underneath, I kept seeing shard after shard of cobalt, and then this top just came out. So this is as close to one that I've dug anyway, in Underwoods. Alright, well, we're going to get back at it. We'll see how much longer I can stand here. It's already almost 10 o'clock, I think. I don't know. So, not much to show for. I did get a 1870s turn mold double collar top beer right there, along with that Isaac Cran's quart size blob. And I got the 3-piece mold 1880s whiskey, more than likely Buchanan's. And then all this, I'm going to have to eventually move back out of here. But it's the only way I can dig it today because of the way the water's filling up in here. So, and that's actually one of those cobalt shards laying right there from this. Alright, guys, I'm going to get motoring here and see what else I can find before it gets too hot. The sun is just starting to hit the hole here, so you can hear them heat bugs. And once that sun comes over top, I'm probably going to call it quits. Alright, I'll see you later in a little bit, hopefully. Whew. Alright, guys, still nothing really over the top. Just pulled that Pabst right there, and then this really nice Ed Pinaud perfume out of Paris. It's embossed on the 2 side panels. Really thin lip. Look at that lip. This is an earlier one. The 2 main panels are not embossed, so they probably had a label on it. Ed Pinaud, Paris. And then it's got like something with his signature. It said something signature and then Ed Pinaud. I'll have to clean it up better later. So yeah. Cool perfume. Nice blob. Pabst. 1870s turn mold. Double collar top. 1880s 3-piece mold. Double collar top. And they're starting to come out a little bit. So hopefully we get some bangers before we leave. Alright, guys. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, guys, I was able to reverse my directions. Now I'm kind of tunneling underneath where I was sitting right here, where the fork is. A couple other things came out. Let me show you real quick. 1912 Hinchliffe, champagne neck. Dated on the bottom, 1912, out of Patterson, New Jersey, Hinchliffe Brewery. And little Pond's extracts. These are good little sellers. Nice little bottles. And now I just popped out this. This is probably the find of the day for me so far right here. This is a Rare Druggist. Decker's Pharmacy out of Goshen, New York. It doesn't seem to have any damage on it that I can tell. Actually, it does. Gosh darn it. It's got a little flake in the lip right there. Actually, a pretty decent one. But I'm keeping it anyway. That is a rare med. This is still a $20 med, even with that chip in those chatters in the lip there. It's messy. Look, I am a muddy, stinking mess. And, but that's where it's at. It's down in there. So, I'm I mean, I can't go much further, and my time is just about spent here for today. Even with the damage, this is the find of the day. That Underwood zinc would have been superior, obviously, had it not been shattered in a million pieces. Yeah, nice rare med. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll catch you in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm over here by Tony's. Hole right there. It's just spent shell casing there. Looks like it might be like a 30-30.
It could be.
Um,
Sometimes it's old. Let me see if I can make it out. I think that's what it is.
you got a bunch of smalls, a bunch of commons. Nice little TC Wheaton emerald green jar. And a rubifoam like G. Lassie got a couple auctions ago. And I got my stuff all piled up. I got to go bag it up. Slowly make my way out of here. I got to stop at the store for Chef Annie. Pick up a couple things on my way home. I am not going in the store looking like this. Good thing I brought a change of clothes with me today, Tony.
Look at me.
Look, I'm soaked.
Look like a slob.
Muddy.
They'll let me in the house.
So now I got 2 sets of digging clothes that I gotta wash before I can come back out and dig on Thursday with you. So
yeah, we'll hit Yonkers. I mean, this is getting too tough. And the time I spent here in Yonkers, we probably got out of here with a damn bag each.
all right, guys, so that'll be Thursday's adventure. Tony and I going out towards the Yonkers area. And yeah, the rain wreaked havoc in here.
Yeah,
so all right, man, we'll catch up with you guys later on. Peace out.